We are here to register our loyalty and also to reject any means of protest that will bring in chaos or rancor to the states. Because with protests we have seen Kenya, with protests we have seen Syria, with protests we have seen Sudan. So we don't want to be like any of these countries that I mentioned. Obviously the economic situation is very hard, and that is why we are appealing to our youth that we should exercise patience, and the only way to register our complaint is not by protest. Because at the process of protest, hoodlums may come in and we may end up destructing the peace of the states. And that is why we said, let's follow a dialogue ways to register our problems and the situations we are facing. Okay, now that we've come to the executive governor of Gombe State, he will serve as a channel, then forward our case to the federal government. At the state level, of course, yes, we are facing a very serious infrastructural development in Gombe State. Think of it, when we are into protests, all these things would stop. So the problem is not from the leaders only, we also have problems. So it's better we go back to drawing board. The changes begin with us. We begin the change by ourselves, then we also talk to the leaders. Okay. I am very comfortable with the response of the governor of the state, because I know he's a talk and do governor. When he talks, he will do it. He promised empowerment, and he has empowered small-scale businesses. He has promised employment, and he has employed our youth through GOSTEC. All these are achievements by the executive governor of Gombe State. The challenges at the state is not for a party affairs. We have both PDP, APC, and NNPP members in our mix. All we are after is let there be more development than the way we are right now. Let there be the price of the petrol should come down, the price of foodstuffs should come down, the price of so many things should come down, so that we live at least averagely in this country. My advice to the youth is we should avoid protests, because the protest we are about to commence is, if care is not taken, it's going to be a violent protest. And the little peace we are enjoying, we end up losing it.
I want to welcome our youth, especially the greatest Bosa members of Gombe State. Our youth, who are the pride leaders and future leaders of this country, and equally the members of the coalition of the Gombe State Youth, as represented by Comrades who are here. And also the leadership of the Market Women Association and the Gombe Market Traders Association, who equally sent delegation here to us on this very auspicious occasion. Greatest Nigeria students, greatest Nigeria students, greatest Nigeria students, on your mandate, on our mandate, because my mandate is yours. So I stand with you. I've heard the complaints and the protests that you brought on behalf of the youth. Can I see all the placards you brought? Please, can you raise them up? Let me see the placards. So many of them. Protests, not the only option. Gombe youth say no to violence. Dialogue rather than protest. Protest, not the only option. And so many more. No leader in his senses will encourage violence to prevail in the society, because without leadership, a true leadership, and if violence is allowed to ensue, it will mean there will be no peace. And when there is no peace, you cannot go to school. What will follow is they will close all the universities. They will close all the colleges. They will close all secondary schools and primary schools. Will you allow that to happen? Will you allow that to happen? If violence comes and takes place, it will mean all our marches will have to close and there will be distraction. Will you allow that to happen? Will you allow that to happen? This leadership, that is the leadership of Gombe State under my humble self, is ready to give you protection, is ready to support you. And we have been doing that. And I know for sure that is what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing upstairs at the federal government. It behoves on us. Double. You see, there are issues. There are issues. What is happening in Nigeria is a build-up of maladministration and miscalculations that took place over the past decades. And it is we as leaders that must now correct all the mistakes and take this country and take it forward to the next level. That is the target. And that is why it is only at this time that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu introduced the student loan scheme. Is that not so? Is that no support for students? And that is equally support for the parents. And that is the main reason why in Gombe State, despite all the calls and the yearnings for student fees to be increased in all our institutions, I said no. Did we increase? Did we increase? We did not increase because we want you to get free quality education to the best of our ability. So I want you, as you came with this message, these people that you saw are the leaders of the Gombe State communities. And they are going to extend the message you brought here down to the grassroots in Gombe State, meaning the local governments and the villages. We say no to violence. We say no to demonstration. We say no to this trouble that people are trying to cause in this country, despite the economic hardship that has become necessarily for us to pass through in order to take Nigeria to prosperity. So I urge you to be steadfast. I urge you to remain calm. And I urge you to spread this message of no violence. And I want to tell anybody else who wants to go the other way that the Inspector General of Police, who is the person that has been tasked to take responsibility for our security, the security of both lives and property, has come out to say that yes, and that is the provision of the Constitution. Anybody that wants to demonstrate has the right to do so, but he has to follow the peaceful way. And the peaceful way to go about that is to go and register with the Commissioner of Police, who is a representative of the IG, representative of all the security agencies of this country, and take responsibility. You must make sure that you must demonstrate peacefully if you want. And that is the Constitution. If you argue that it is a provision of the Constitution did not provide that you go violent in order to achieve your aim and objective in whatever way. That is the position of this government. So if you want to demonstrate, go and register with the Commissioner of Police, so that he will give you the protection you need. For you to come here, police escorted you, and you can see police now surrounding this place because they want to protect you. Otherwise, some hoodlums will take over and cause destruction because they don't want progress in this country and they don't want progress in Gombe State. Will you tolerate that? No. Will you tolerate that? No. So that is the position of this government. And that is the position of all people that hold responsibility in order to see that Gombe State is progressing and Gombe State moves forward. You can see our traditional leadership here. You can see the leadership of Christian Association of Nigeria. You can see the leadership of Jamaatul Nasir Islam. You can see the leadership of all responsible organizations that are centrally focused on giving security and peace and progress in Gombe State. So please, maintain that calm. Maintain that calm and come to us with your problems like you brought now. And in a bit to answer your problems, I'm instructing the SSG, as from tomorrow, please restore the position of advisors from these students that we had before. We'll bring back the special assistants that are in charge of coordinating our student affairs back to the system, so that you'll be responsible, so that they'll be coordinating. We'll equally bring back any request that you brought here will be attended to. And that is the spirit of peaceful demand or peaceful request or peaceful demonstration. Come to us. Tell us your challenges. Tell us your problems. Because as leaders, it behoves on us to seek for solutions to your problems. And it is only when we do that we can go with two eyes closed, because we know that tomorrow there are good leaders for Nigeria. And I believe you have the capacity to come and take over and lead this country and take it to greater heights. So I pray for you and I wish you well. And I want to tell you that this government will stand by you. This government will support you. This government will address your issues. And equally, scholarship, 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 scholarship. You mentioned that we paid scholarship even for those governments that did not pay on the other. So for this government, it's just a continuation, and we shall continue to do that. We'll continue to deliver on the needs of the people. That is also a priority. For the other youth groups, only today, the House of Assembly passed the bill, and I will assent to it tomorrow once it is forwarded to me, for the social investment facility to be brought to this Gombe State. Social investment bill. Social investment bill. Social investment will address all these issues of palliative. We are ready to support small and medium enterprises to create windows of opportunity for our youth. That is why we built the Gombe Industrial Park, and industries have started to spring up in Gombe State, which will give you opportunity, which will give you jobs, and which will bring prosperity to Gombe State. I want to thank you for choosing this right path to come to us this day, and I want to assure you that your message will be handled appropriately, and where necessary, I will forward the request to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Jagaban Nigeria, who is giving leadership to Nigeria despite these difficult hard times, and who is able to take decisions with regards to issues that affect our people. I want to thank you all and pray that God Almighty will take you back to your destination safely. Thank you, and thank you.